Subtitles by Jane Coyle. Money is probably the most misunderstood form of energy there is. We spend our lives running after it, worrying, losing sleep, even sacrificing our health to get it. And the curious thing is this: the more you need it, the more desperately you chase it, the faster it seems to slip away. For most people, thinking about money doesn't bring calm. It brings an immediate knot in the stomach, a pressure in the chest, the image of bills piling up, that silent but constant fear of not making it to the end of the month. And even worse, that exhausting feeling that no matter what you do, it's never enough. Because that's how we were taught. We were programmed to relate to money through struggle, from a sense of urgency, or from the idea that you have to go out there and fight for it, as if it were a scarce resource, and we're all in an invisible war, competing to survive. But today we're going to break that illusion. We're going to look at this from another angle, one that's much older and much more uncomfortable for your logical mind. The wisdom of the Tao and the Japanese concept of Nagare, the art of flowing, propose something radical. Money is not paper or numbers on a screen. It's energy in motion. It's flow, just like a river. And if right now you're struggling with money, if you feel like no matter how hard you try it doesn't come, listen to me carefully. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not capable. It's because you're trying to grab water by clenching your fists. And when you clench your fists, the water slips away, always. To truly understand this, you have to look at nature. Taoism isn't theory, it's observation. It's seeing how things work without interfering and aligning yourself with that. Imagine a starving hunter entering the forest completely desperate. He makes noise, he stomps his feet. He breathes heavily. His energy is pure chaos. Pure fear. What do you think animals do? They disappear. Not because they're faster, but because they feel that desperation. That energy repels. And now be honest with yourself, it's not about fairness. Isn't that how most people relate to money? You go to an interview thinking, if they don't hire me, I'm lost. You try to sell something thinking, I need this sale, or I won't make it through the month. That's not intention, that's pressure, and pressure can be felt. It suffocates, it pushes away. Oh, that's where many modern versions of the law of attraction fail. They tell you to want more, to visualize more, to want it with more strength, as if the problem was that you're not obsessed enough. But the Tao makes it clear, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. If inside there's fear, lack, a feeling of not having, reality simply confirms it for you. It's just a mirror, nothing more. That's why real change isn't about chasing more, but about transforming yourself. Stop being the hunter and become the garden. The gardener doesn't run after butterflies. He doesn't chase them like crazy. He stays. He prepares the soil. He tends the space around him. He makes everything bloom. And then, effortlessly, the butterflies come on their own. That's what it means to attract. And make no mistake, stopping chasing money doesn't mean becoming passive or stopping working. It means something much deeper. Changing where you're acting from. Moving from fear to creation, from urgency to value, from I need to I offer. Now, the uncomfortable question is, why do we feel so much fear? Where does that almost desperate urgency to hunt come from? Because to change your financial reality, you have to go down to a place that almost no one wants to visit, the basement of your mind. That's where your inner child lives, the one who learned what money meant before even understanding the world. And let's be honest, most of us didn't inherit wealth, stability, or abundance. What you inherited wasn't wealth, it was a burden. You inherited fear, you inherited tension. Go back for a second to your childhood and mentally sit at your family's table.
¿Qué escuchabas sobre el dinero?
Most likely arguments, raised voices, end-of-the-month stress. phrases that echo over and over. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work yourself to death. Rich people are selfish. We don't have much, but we're honest. And while all that was happening, you were absorbing it all without any filters. At that stage, when everything gets burned into your mind, you made a dangerous connection. Money equals problems, arguments. Money equals absence. Money equals stress, and in some cases, money equals being a bad person. Now understand this, because here's the key point. If deep down you believe that money is something negative, your own mind will block it. It's not bad luck, it's not a coincidence, it's self-protection. Your subconscious believes it's taking care of you, that it's keeping you from pain. So every time an opportunity comes up, you sabotage it, sometimes in subtle ways, other times blatantly. You get some money and suddenly an absurd expense comes up, something breaks, you get sick, or you just feel that irrational urge to spend it quickly like it's burning in your hands. And you end up back at the same place as always, to what you know, to scarcity, which hurts, yes, but at least it feels familiar. You can't build abundance if a part of you rejects it. That's why healing your relationship with money isn't a financial issue. It's an act of inner rebellion. It's daring to break a pattern that has been passed down for generations. It's looking, even if only in your mind, at your parents, your grandparents, all those who lived in scarcity, and telling them something that's harder than it seems. I honor what you lived through. I know it wasn't easy, but I'm not going to repeat it. My well-being is not a betrayal. My success doesn't take anything away from you. On the contrary, it honors you. Today, I choose to live differently. That moment changes everything because you stop carrying a story that doesn't belong to you.
En Japón hay una idea muy
Powerful, Nagare, the flow, the constant movement. For them, wealth works like the water in a river. And there's a story that explains it better than any theory. Two merchants lived in the same town. The first one was obsessed with accumulating. He wanted more, always more. So he did something smart, or so he thought. He built a dam to hold back all the water from the river. "This is mine," West said. At first, he seemed like a genius. His reserve grew. He had more than anyone else. But time did its thing. The water stopped moving. It became murky, heavy, sick, and what seemed like abundance ended up rotting. By trying to keep everything, he lost everything. The second merchant played at another level. He didn't block the river. He understood it. He created channels, let the water nourish his lands, and then returned it. He allowed it to follow its course, even towards others. The result? His land was always alive, always fertile, always abundant, because flowing water renews itself. And money works exactly the same way. When you cling to it out of fear, when you don't move it, when you avoid investing in yourself, sharing, or letting it circulate, you're creating your own dam, and what doesn't flow becomes stagnant. It's no coincidence that in English, money is called currency, which means current movement. If you want abundance to flow through your life, you can't act like a safe. You have to become a channel. Learn to give without fear, to spend without guilt, to move money with intention, not with panic. When you pay a bill, you usually feel like something is being taken from you, as if you're losing. Change that. Next time, do something different. I'm grateful to be able to pay this. This money is fulfilling its purpose, supporting other people, and it will come back to me. That small change isn't naive, it's powerful. Because the moment you stop letting go out of fear and start moving money from a place of trust, everything changes. The flow is activated. The universe, call it whatever you want, starts to see you differently. You're no longer someone who blocks. You're someone through whom energy can pass without resistance, and what flows returns. Now, there's another key principle within the Tao that almost no one understands: the value of emptiness. A cup is useful not for what it holds, but for the space it leaves empty. If it's full of old water, it doesn't matter how much you want. You can't put anything new in. The same thing happens with your life. If you want new opportunities, more money, new experiences to come in, you first have to make space. Look around you, your house, your closet, your things. You haven't used that in years. How many things do you keep just in case? That just in case isn't prudence, it's fear in disguise. It's your mind saying, I don't trust that there will be enough tomorrow. And you're constantly sending that message. Clutter isn't just physical, it's blocked energy. If you want something new to come into your life, start with the basics. Let go, throw away what's broken, give away what you don't use. If you truly expected something better, because that's what you're doing, creating a space. And life hates emptiness, it always fills it. But be careful, this isn't just outside, it's inside too. If your mind is full of criticism toward people with money, if it bothers you to see others prosper, if you think he must have done something shady, your cup is full of rejection, and you can't attract what deep down you despise. So change your focus. Start looking at other people's success in a different way. Instead of criticizing, learn. Instead of envying, acknowledge. Celebrate when someone does well, even if it's hard for you at first. Because by doing so, you're aligning yourself with that same frequency. You're no longer seeing it as something foreign, and you start to normalize it in your world. Now I want you to do something with me. If you can, close your eyes for a moment, drop your shoulders, relax your face. That tension you didn't even know was there, take a deep breath. Slowly, no rush. And as you exhale, let go of all that weight you've been carrying around money, that constant stress, that silent fear of the future. Let it go, even for a few seconds. Now imagine this. You're standing in front of a huge river, but it's not normal water. It's golden, bright, alive. It's abundance in its purest form, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't run out. It doesn't depend on anyone. It just flows. Until today, you were there, trying to grab it, with your hands closed, tense, afraid, and of course it didn't work. But today, you do something different. You take a step and go in. You feel that energy running through your body, warm, light, as if it were cleansing you from the inside. And instead of trying to control it, you open your hands, you let it pass, you stop resisting. And in that moment, something changes. The fear starts to ease, the pressure drops, your body understands that it doesn't have to fight all the time. Repeat this quietly, but with certainty. I can receive. Money is not an enemy, it's energy. I don't have to chase it. I can allow it. I trust. There is enough of what I need. It comes, and for the first time in a long time, you feel relief because you understand something that used to slip away from you. You didn't come to hunt your life. You came to live it. And when you stop fighting against the flow, you finally start going with it. Hold on to this feeling. Keep it close to your heart as if it were a refuge you can return to when everything outside gets chaotic and when you're ready. With a slight smile, one that isn't forced, slowly open your eyes. Because here is the truth that almost no one wants to accept. There are no tricks. There are no magic formulas. And no, it's not because the system is against you. It's because this requires something more uncomfortable, change. You stop running. Seriously, that constant urgency isn't bringing you closer. It's wearing you out. Stop operating from I don't have, from I lack, from I wish. That doesn't attract, that drives away. Change the game. Go from chasing to building. And this is where most people get lost. Because it sounds nice, but nobody explains to you how it's really done. Building your garden isn't just meditating for 5 minutes, and that's it. It's about becoming someone valuable in the real world. Ask yourself this, without sugarcoating it. What problem are you solving? Who are you really helping? Does your work actually improve someone's life? Or are you just doing the bare minimum? Because money doesn't respond to your needs. It responds to the value you create. And yes, this might hurt a little, but it's also liberating because it means you have control. Start with the basics, but do them well. Improve one skill, just one, but take it to a level where people say, okay, this really is different. Learn to communicate. Learn to sell without feeling dirty about it. Learn to listen to what people need, not just what you want to offer. And here's a detail that changes everything. Stop doing things just for money. Do them to become better. Do them to contribute something that didn't exist before. Money comes later as a consequence, not as the main goal. Because when your only motivation is, I need money, it's obvious, and people notice it instantly. But when you do something with intention, with presence, with a real desire to contribute, that's also obvious. And that's where the change begins. However, if you've made it this far, it's not a coincidence. Most people would have left in the first few minutes because it hurts to look at yourself so directly. But not you. You stayed. And that already says a lot about who you are, even if no one else sees it yet. So do something. Write in the comments. I don't betray myself anymore. It's not for the algorithm, it's for you, to mark the exact moment when you stopped sabotaging yourself in silence. Now, another uncomfortable truth, it's not always about doing more. Many times it's about stopping doing things. Stop complaining so much. Stop comparing yourself to people you don't even know. Stop making excuses. Every time you say it's just that it's hard, you're programming yourself to give up before you even start. And yes, the world is competitive. So what? It's also full of mediocre people who give up quickly. Just by not giving up, you're already ahead of many. But it's not just about enduring, it's about evolving.
Haz una cosa cada día que te hace.
To the person you want to become, 1, not 10, just 1 done well, and repeat it, because that's where true power lies, in silent consistency that no one applauds. Now go back to the garden. It doesn't grow in a day, it doesn't bloom just because you look at it impatiently. It needs care, work, and respect for the process. And while you're focused on that, on improving, contributing, growing, you don't even realize it. Something starts to happen. Opportunities change, people show up, money starts to move. Not because you chased it, but because you became someone worth paying. And that's when you understand everything. Abundance is not luck, it's not magic. It's not an exclusive privilege, it's a consequence of who you are and what you contribute. So stop obsessing over the result and start obsessing over your growth. Because when your garden is strong, cared for, and alive, you don't have to go out looking for anything. Everything starts to come to you. And the best part is, this time you know exactly why.